You'll see here, starting with 5 against 5, that the basic attacking shape of the 4 field players is a diamond shape. This allows for a balanced team with players in support wide on the right, on the left, depth in back, and height up top. Here we see the blue team getting in their basic diamond shape. We'll have a deep player centrally in the back, a high player centrally in the front. We'll find a player off on the right side here in the video, and they have a player on the left side as well. Here we find a clip where the white team is in good attacking shape. They have a diamond here going, several different diamonds, with the goalkeeper, central deep player in the back, a high player up top, and a player out on the wing. We find here in this clip that just a threatening ball to this high player forces this defender to stay pinched in order to help out with that through ball, and then they're able to get the ball wide to a player in an unmarked situation, which is a good situation to be in. You'll notice when the ball is played wide that the deep player looks to balance out and stay centrally in order to be in a good spot in case the white team loses the ball, and it will be able to stop a counterattack by the blue team. White team plays the ball back to the keeper and then again into a high player. Again, this basic shape here allows the white team to have an effective attack and get players in spots in unmarked situations. Again, we'll see here that the blue team gets in a good diamond shape. They have players wide on the right, high, wide on the left, and a deep player. Perhaps this player could have been a little bit deeper in order to pull the white team apart in their shape a little bit more, allowing more room for the blue team to attack in. We see a good interchange of position balancing off here. This player effectively is the high player for blue, so this player who was the high player is now staying in a deep supporting role. And again, they have wide right and wide left, which is effective in this case. Perhaps this player could bend the run out wider in order to keep this white player not in a good balanced defensive role. But blue team gets good attack out of it. Here again we see a good shape out of the white team. Effectively, they're using their goalkeeper as the deep player in their diamond. So they have their diamond shape. I think this high white player could be even higher, pressed up in here, which will allow a deeper penetrating ball coming from the goalkeeper, but they still do a good job getting the ball out wide. Here we have a wide white player running to the back post, looking for a chance in the back door to score. Here we have this wide player not getting quite wide enough. If this player was out here even wider, this entry ball could have been made into a more central location for this white high striker. But instead it has to be hit as a straight ball, which is always a difficult ball to be able to keep in bounds. And we see here it runs over the end line. Here we see the white team not really having good depth and support. This goalkeeper perhaps could have been the one that provides the depth by coming out with the play a little bit more, because this white player is in a pretty good spot to threaten the back of the blue defense. We do see a wide player balancing out centrally, which is good, but white has to keep it in with the pressure of the blues, and it's difficult to have an effective attack in this situation. But a good running on the back post here to be inside that defender, and almost led to a goal. Notice again, here we have a white player that is balanced out centrally. As the ball has switched from side to side, that's a good spot to be in to stop any potential counterattack by the blue team. Here we have some technical breakdowns. We have a series of players that were not able to face forward when they received the ball, because if this player has turned, he can look out to the left, and there's a good 3 versus 1 possibility out on the left side. But he never gets turned face forward, and thus his play is pretty predictable for the number 11 to read and close down. Again, we'll see a player out here on the left side. Perhaps a little bit better anticipation that the ball is being switched would allow him to get in a wider spot and face forward when he receives the ball, and be able to play quickly first time behind the defender. Instead, he receives it with his back turned to his pressure and has to take time to face the defender, which slows the play down. Here we see a quality of a pass from a goalkeeper that's going to put the left back for blue under pressure. The ball is overhit in the air. Perhaps too, the blue player could be wider and at a deeper angle, which would have allowed him more time and space away from the white defender. This is a difficult ball to handle for the blue, which makes him play back towards his own end line, which is not the most advantageous situation to be in. Here we have a wide flank player that's effectively not under pressure, rushes his service and hits a poor one. I think he could have taken one touch here, preparation touch towards the goal, which would have even brought the goalkeeper more over to his near post. But he decides to hit a first-time ball, and it's not an effective service. And here we have a schematic that shows the greater complexity, especially when we have a central player. We have multiple diamonds all around the field. This one high player serves as the top of a diamond for several scenarios. In this case, when the ball is at the right back, here's our diamond. However, there are also diamonds in other players. If the goalkeeper had the ball, we have a diamond here, a simple diamond there. Again, if the goalkeeper has the ball, we have wide on the right, a high player, wide on the left, and the goalkeeper. If the goalkeeper has the ball, we have even a diamond here. The right back, the center midfielder, perhaps this wide player out here, and there's another diamond. So the more players, the greater complexity of shaped options that are available, and the more decisions and burdens are placed on the players. Okay, first scenarios we're going to look at is the role of the center midfielder. And this player is a critical role on any team in this format, because this player allows teams to link up the back players and the forward players. We'll see here this center midfielder checking into the space between these two defenders, which allows the blue team to get behind the first line of defense for the whites. This is a crucial position. Again, a center midfielder showing in a seam to allow the ball to be played wide in an unpressured situation. Again, what I like about this clip. Here we have the center forward linking up with these four players in basically a diamond shape. His job is to move with the team in order to threaten this space behind the backs. And again, now, since the ball is right and that player has gone wide right, we have a winger on the blue team fulfilling the high central role. Blue player here staying home and balanced. So this is pretty good shape out of the blue team. Another role for the center midfielder is to get in behind, look to get in behind the defense by himself. Here we have a center midfielder looking to run in behind the backs. And since he is running into that space, this center forward has good recognition and stays out of the way, keeping his team balanced. Again, the ball is going forward. We have a holding player that remains in depth and support in case of a counterattack. One difficulty if we play with this center forward is, in this case, this white player, is that often he'll just follow the ball as it's played around the field from side to side. So here we see a ball that's played from the goalkeeper to the right back, and a real effective pass in this scenario here would be a ball into the center forward. But since this center midfielder here is running into that spot, it makes it difficult for that ball to be played because he brings his defender with him. Therefore, the white team has to recirculate the ball to the other side. Again, we have here the center midfielder working hard to link up with this side of the team. But again, he has duplication of roles here. He runs into the same spot that's occupied by the center forward, and therefore white team is not as effective in their attack and able to play the ball forward. Good support here by this white player. Here again, perhaps the technique has let the team down. This player here, a first-time ball into either this central player or maybe this center midfielder in this spot, so this player can just turn and run into that space and behind. But I don't know, maybe lack of technique to hit that ball, lack of confidence in his technique to hit the ball keeps blue from playing a dangerous penetrating pass and ends up just playing a safe possession ball that doesn't prove effective. Again, here we have good positioning out of the white team. Their high central player looking always to run in behind the defense into spaces that are created. A good play here by the white team. We see players coming over to balance. Perhaps we need a goalkeeper coming into balance as well, and maybe a far side winger that's off the field here, holding centrally and fulfilling that role. But this is a good penetrating ball in behind the defense. that almost leads to a goal. They end up in a good bouncing shape there at the end. Here's an example of good technique. This little chipped pass in, a soft chipped ball in. That's very light, but that turning attacker, his technique lifts him down, and he's able to complete the play. Here we see the white team. They're getting in good spots, able to keep the ball, circulate the ball, put pressure on the blue team. It's good ball movement. Look how quickly they refine their basic shape. Ball's in the back with the goalkeeper. They have their right back, their left back. Here's their center midfielder. Here's a hide player. You see the shadow of a wide player over here, and another wide player is going to be on that side. Lots of options for this goalkeeper to play balls. Technique again lets that player down a little bit. Of course, we will look to play the ball forward as soon as possible when we win it. Leads to a goal. Here we see white team going to win a ball, and they quickly establish the width. On this side especially, they're going to have a player running into height, and they're going to keep a player in a supporting role behind the play. So good principles of attack here. So quickly they're running into supporting roles. We have players looking to get in high, a wide player. So this is a good job in transition for the white team. And they do a good job of keeping the ball when the initial attack is not on. Here we just let a long clip go, just observing general overall good level of play by both teams. Keeping the ball, looking to get in behind, quickly reestablishing their shape. Again, this is good shape by the white team, spread out, which is going to pull the blue teams apart. Good seam pass. Almost a ball in behind. Good controlling touch. Blues don't panic. They keep the ball, try to recirculate it, pull the white team out. Good penetrating dribble. Well done on the white team spot to step up to stop that. Good look to switch. I think that was the right decision there. Good job churning out of pressure, recognizing they had 3 blues pressuring. Perhaps a deeper player for blue would have let him have an option to go back there. But good recovery. And that's about it.